Good to get a little time off, a little away from football a little bit to get recharged.
Yeah, I mean, we get this off week, it's going to give us extra time to prepare, and that's going to be an advantage for us.
How nice was it to have this week after such an emotional one Saturday night?
Yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be a big week. That's obvious. But last week was definitely a big game for us, big win. It's going to give us momentum going into this next game. So like I said, we're going to be able to put in more time in this off week, and really just focus on ourselves, correct mistakes, make ourselves better as a team, and then the actual week of the game we'll focus more on LM.
Jake, you were around the ball quite a lot, on Saturday. I guess was there something about that game that just worked in your favor?
Some games go your way, and I was lucky enough to have a good game, and I just felt like I was playing fast Saturday, so that was it was good.
On that goal line stop, or right when Aaron scored there, what did you see when he was running up, and do you think he got in?
Yeah, I mean, we were in zone coverage, and he pulled the ball and started running, and I felt like we got him down. We didn't get the call our way, but sometimes they don't always go your way. So.
He's pretty physical, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty physical quarterback. He runs hard.
Jake, what do you see as the major differences between the high-powered Georgia offense and the high-powered Alabama offense you're about to face?
Say it again.
What's the major differences you see between the Georgia and Alabama?
I mean, they both have powerful running backs. They both have big backs. There's a lot of similarities, but they do different things. I haven't looked a whole lot into them yet. It's, I've looked at some film, but not in really a whole lot of depth. But they have their tendencies, and that's what we want to be able to see on film and really learn what they do.
You face a very veteran quarterback in Aaron Murray. You get another one this time in A.J. McCarron. How tough is that on a defense, having a guy that's kind of seen it all?
Yeah, it definitely puts another aspect of the game. You really got to prepare, and you have to play at the next level, because when you have a veteran quarterback, they make plays. You got to realize that. So as a player, you realize that you have to make plays too. So that's going to be in our minds this week.
What was going on in that fourth quarter when, obviously, like you said, Aaron kind of made some plays, got the ball out? What changed in that 21-point spin?
Field position. They had good field position in the fourth quarter. We should have been able to stop them. They were making good plays, good throws, good runs. So we should have been able to stop them, like I said, but sometimes it doesn't always go your way. We won, so.
That last stop, D. I guess, can you talk about the presence he brought? He really seemed to be in the backfield most of the night. Can you speak to him individually?
Yeah, D had a great game. He was really getting pressure on Murray all night, honestly. So it was good for him to be able to get the final tackle.
Jake, when you watch the video, kind of irritating when you see that Murray's knee was down before he crossed the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you don't always get calls go your way, but I made the play, so I wish it would have, but Ryan came in and helped out a little bit, but we still won, so it's all good.
What did you see on that last tackle by D? A lot of speculation about targeting. That word's been kind of tossed around. What did you see watching it live?
I thought it was a clean tackle. I didn't see any targeting there. The way I see targeting is if it's defenseless, and the guy had the ball, so.
Jake, how do you guys keep from getting too emotional? It's going to be one heck of an Iron Bowl. Some would say the biggest of this generation. How do you guys keep from getting too anticipatory?
We put ourselves in this position. We worked hard all year, and it's something that we just have to put on our shoulders, and especially as upperclassmen, that have been in the Iron Bowl before. Kind of let these younger guys know that, hey, this is a big game, but play with boys.
The fact that they've kind of knocked you around the last 2 years, does that add a little bit for the older guys, maybe?
Yeah, it's always a tough game. The Iron Bowl is always a tough game. So, this year we definitely want to be able to win.
If you look at Gus, the change under Gus, what was the biggest difference that he started making in December, through the spring, summer, wherever it was, that he made the difference this
Yeah, it's the mindset. We started off in the off-season really just, we emphasized, hey, this stuff's got to change around here. So it started then, and it carried through the season, and, winning games gave us, we're here now, so we got to continue it.
So what did he do well to make sure that y'all, to get that through your heads to
I mean,
believe?
he, it's just a plan he had. He really just emphasized to us, this year's going to have to be a good year, and, we really worked hard to get there, so.
What's it like been on campus, just going class to class the last couple of days?
Well, for me, it's a little different. I don't really go on campus. I go to one building and sit down pretty much at the same desk. So I don't really get a whole lot of that. But for my classmates, they congratulated me and the team as a whole, and just said it was a good game. And I heard everybody talking about the last play and how it was just a crazy win.
What's this week been like so far? I mean, the off week, you gotten to kind of enjoy it a little bit? Has there been maybe a lighter tone in practice just the first couple of days, or what? What's it been like?
Well, we came back Sunday and had a short practice, and it was just mainly corrections. Today, focus on Auburn. This week, the rest of the week, focus on Auburn. Get a visual of what Alabama does, but it's not relaxed, I wouldn't say, but it's it's not like real physical right now. That'll come next week.
Y'all like wears pads and shorts and shoulder pads?
It's full pads.
Full pads.
Yeah, I mean we still went through the drills, tackle drills, that whole thing, but it wasn't like tackle to the ground or anything.
Jake, what's the biggest one or two things y'all can get better on defense over the next week and a half?
Defense, we really just need to work on our run fits. We need to really, stopping the run. They have a really good run game, so definitely work on that. And just really communication. It's going to be loud like it was last week, so get used to that again.
What do you think is the one thing you guys improved on the most defensively that's really something maybe an issue middle of the season for you guys?
I would say it's not one thing, honestly. As a defense, we're still giving a lot of yardage, and so we got to get that corrected. But this week again, we have to focus on the run game, get that stopped. So I can't really say one specific thing.
What you guys have done so well in the fourth quarter, and then honestly just the complete inverse there. What did you guys notice on film, and what's Coach Johnson told you guys after that?
Say again, I'm sorry.
What did Coach Johnson tell you guys after that fourth quarter when you got a chance to look at the film?
There were some, like I said, field position, but some run fits that we didn't quite make, and just some plays that should have been made that weren't missed tackles here and there that need to get corrected.
When
How
you
did that
talk
compare to
about,
previous weeks for you guys? Because I know it seems like each week Coach Johnson here mentions, it's like a broken record or whatnot with missed assignments or missed tackles. So was it better compared to previous games?
It was. He told us in the meeting, he said it was the most consistent game as far as the linebacker we've had. It wasn't perfect, but that's what he said.
Jake, when you talk about run fits, is that just getting lined up before the snap, or is there more to it than that?
There's a lot more to it than that. Pre-snap reads, getting lined, post-snap reads, and then knowing where you got to fit. So, and then every call is different. So, you just got to know where you got to be each play, and that just comes with reps and practice.
And where are your mistakes coming most of the time on those run fits?
It's different. There's not, not one thing. It's just, got to stay focused in the game.
Can you kind of walk us through your normal, pre-snap routine, out there kind of directing? How cerebral are you out there when you get, when you're the guy?
Yeah, so the way it works is, you look to the sideline, you get your call. And then you look over, you see what, formation the offense is in, make your strength call, for where you set the front, the D-line. And then from there, you think about, okay, where do I line? From there, you think about what's my job. Okay, what do I do in the, where's my fit if this happens? Where, what do I do in coverage? And you just go through, you think, each play.
How quickly can you kind of work through that, to kind of know where you got to be?
Especially, it gets kind of difficult when pace arises, but, I would say probably 5, 6 seconds. You got to be able to, well, after you get your call, of course, but you got to make the call and then think about what you got to do probably right around that time.
It seems like everybody on this side of campus could hear you guys playing jump around out there. What's the point of that? Like bad 90s music, try to get you off your game or something? I don't know.
No, that's our dirty show is what we call it. So, defense runs their blitz game and then
Okay.
pressure game. And then offense, they run their pressure protection stuff. But they want the noise in there so they can communicate.
Gotcha.
Is there a transformation that kind of comes over D when he's got the helmet on? Off the field he's
Hey, man.
playing piano, doing yoga.
What's up, Jay?
He's a pretty intense guy on the field. All the field, he's a nice guy. So, yeah, I would say so.
Completely different
Yeah,
personalities.
definitely.
What does this rivalry mean to you, being an in-state guy?
I grew up just, with this rivalry and growing up, going to games and just seeing it. And then it's different playing in it. Because you actually, you grow up, every kid wants to be able to even go to this game, so to be able to play this game is another level. And, it's something that really, I take it to heart. So, it's important to me. So.
Hard to believe it's your last one.
I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm just kidding. It's gone by fast, but, I'm gonna make it the best I can.
We, in the CBS Sports story today, D kind of mentioned a lot of the reaction last year was just kind of wanting to get the year over with, bad year, disappointing year. How much has it changed, mentally, the approach from that point where you're just kind of, let's get it over with, let's be done with the season?
Yeah, it started at the beginning of, or at the end of last season. It started with, the leaders, and we were like, all right, we got to turn this thing around. So worked hard in the off season. First game comes, start winning, and that just gives us momentum. And then all the young guys start buying in. And then so now we have a tight-knit group, and everybody's aiming towards the same goal.
What's the toughest part about defending somebody that uses the tight? I mean, Georgia used the tight end and the running back in the passing game probably more than anybody else. What's the toughest part about defending an attack like that?
It's a pro style type thing, and for me, I've seen a lot. But the toughest thing is the play action, because you can really release that tight end, quickly and throw it hot, and that's really the toughest thing. And then he can also block, which kind of throws him, another aspect into it. So, like I said, I've seen it multiple times, so it's not anything new to me. So.
Considering Aaron Murray being the veteran guy, now you're facing McCarron, how much does that prepare you guys going into next week?
Yeah, it was a good game to play before Alabama. So prepare us, get us ready for Alabama, and we'll know what's coming.
Thank you. Thanks, Jake.